first, we need to understand how this whole business started. Okay, before we get into the structure. So this is when we were talking last night about people realizing the vision of our two main founders, or the original CEO, Johann von Holstein, and also Jonas. For those that do or do not know, Jonas Werner was real estate. That's how he founded most of his fortune, was through real estate. Now, anyone that's done any research or were part of most of our presentations for a while, we always mentioned that 90% of the richest people in the world all own property. Okay, so what our first product was the education of how we could at least own a home, but then also work towards raising the value of our homes and then into owning more than one home, okay, as an alternative and another income stream for us. So that's how we got involved. But we love the fact that his heart, and what we've heard on many of his interviews, that his heart was to actually share this knowledge with those hardworking people around the world. Okay, those ones from third world countries, second world countries, and just the 9-to-5 workers that weren't getting out of their grind. And being able to create an alternative wealth for which they could put their money towards getting financial freedom. Then there's Johann von Holstein. Okay, this guy started, you may have heard the term unicorn company. How that starts is when you've got a zero startup, meaning you've started something from the very beginning, to then being able to create over $1 billion in revenue. Okay, within 1 year. That was a very unique stance, and therefore that's why it was called a unicorn. Okay, so it was very rare, but he managed to get 3. Okay, being able to get 0 startup companies, just from a vision, from a seed of vision, and making it flourish, and it was always on the digital platform. So there is a place called Silicon Valley in America, and that's where all these tech heads and everything flourish around. And it's, again, it's all about your association creates assimilation. So what that means is the people around you will help create, if you're around a whole lot of broke people, you will be the next broke person. You around a whole lot of entrepreneurs that are thriving to succeed, that will also be you. And then and when they do succeed and you're around them, you will also follow in that stance. He was around that network, but he wanted to break the digital divide. So what that means is everyone, and that what they've always told us is that no matter whether it was a third world country, a second world country, or just one of the richest people in the world, everyone had access to a phone. So that was the basis on which they were going to create this digital platform, that they would be able to connect with people, even in third world countries, to be able to set up a digital system for them to make wealth through the digital platform, just like the rich getting richer in Silicon Valley, or in regards to not some of the richest people that have made money through that platform. He wanted to do it for all the others that weren't getting access to this information. So having that as your leadership, having that as the heart, I believe the heart of God, whether that's their faith or not, is just what really brought us on board. Okay, so I want you to write down now, because it really is powerful when you write down what is your main mission. There could be many points to that. I want to be an ambassador. I mean, don't put that down unless you really are planning on sticking around till you become ambassador. Okay, so write this mission knowing that you're going to finish the race, and every single point to your mission needs a finish line, which is whatever these points are. 2, we wanted an office down under, so we are not leaving until we do. Okay, and unless something else happens that it stops everything, we will keep going and finishing this race. We want to be ambassadors for sure. We want to also have our personal projects. Like, I know I have a deep-seated desire in me to be able to serve the kingdom and be able to financially be a philanthropist to other kingdom projects. Okay, John and I know, that secret millionaire thing. That's our buzz. John wants to serve around the world, and just be the hands and feet for God. And this is Crowd One is going to help fund these missions for us. What are yours? Okay, that's that part. John, do you want to extend on the mission part?
Yeah, so team, we all have, this business here can bridge us to what we've always wanted to do, whether it's build houses, build portfolios. From experience, it's actually, as much as I did love my 9 to 5, it was work, but it's actually kind of like actually helped me, freed me up to do things that I've always wanted to do, and that's like to work with people, unprivileged people and stuff. I've still got a long way to go, and but the main thing is I'm taking one step at a time towards what I've always wanted to do. A lot of you guys know our background and serving, and we've done a bit of work in New York, working with kids with AIDS. So that's what reason why we left that is because kids were getting older, income was needed because to support their schooling and stuff. So that's something that we've always wanted to go back to, and now it's with a platform like this, it's covered. It's covering our expenses, so we can do what we've always wanted to do and more. God will show more things to us and give us more visions along the way. So yeah, and I know a lot of you guys have the same thing too. So yeah.
Cool. So yes, write a few down, and if you are bold enough to actually share some of your missions with us, to actually proclaim them, because I was also mentioning the story about the blind man and how Jesus, everybody was going, come, can you come pray for this man? And Jesus asked the blind man, what is it that you want? And they were like, excuse me. They were all like, hello, he's blind. He wants sight. It's like, but sometimes God needs to know. He already knows what's on your heart, but he needs you to proclaim and profess that through your faith, again, moving in faith and not sight, exactly what it is that you want. Okay, whether you're writing it down or speaking life into it to somebody else, or on our one of the production calls, we always used to say this: speak life into it and don't be afraid of how big it is. Okay, that's one thing Dubai has shown us, being blessed to be actually get out of our own country and actually see the cultures and the mindsets of those, especially in New York and Dubai, about how big people's dreams are. We went and came back thinking, wow, these guys dream big. And just because we're from a small town doesn't mean we haven't got the capacity to dream big. So leading by that example will bring us to the next part, is the practical sense of how do we make these missions come to pass. Structure.